There are some things that, if given the chance, I would tell my younger self. Some things that I would probably already know back then, and some things that might have actually reverberated in my mind enough to make a positive change. I'm not saying that it would have shifted my life entirely into a different direction, but I do think that it would have gotten me where I am more quickly and with less heartache. Unfortunately, though, I've always had to learn things the hard way, but I don't think that my experience is that uncommon. I believe that everyone appreciates the life's full circle moments and really earning those lessons that we learn throughout life. And so I wouldn't dare take that away from anyone. However, I would like to suggest a few things that may make the ride a little smoother. One of those things that I would like to suggest is listening to our gut instinct. But one of the first mistakes we make is ignoring that, and whether it's trusting your inner voice when it tells you which direction to go in life, or whether it's with regard to avoiding a certain individual and taking heed to a warning. When we ignore our instinct, it's like we're ignoring special unlocked information that our subconscious has provided us. And unfortunately, our conscious mind, decision-making mind, only processes what's directly in front of it, and we kind of miss out on the wisdom that our subconscious is providing us via our gut instinct. And we have to remember that it's important to listen, because that gut instinct is deeper within us and it's more rooted with our soul directly. When we choose not to listen, we end up missing out on special opportunities and delaying our dreams. We also can end up hurt by people that we've already had the bad feeling about. So it just makes a lot more sense to go with that wise yet somehow animalistic instinct. Another sad mistake that we make all too often is being consumed by our love for another. When we allow ourselves to be caught up in the emotion of an attraction to someone, we can really have a high detriment to our purpose in life. Ultimately, if not kept in check, our infatuation ends up becoming an extreme distraction from our goals, and it takes our focus off of what our life goals are and puts our focus on someone else's goals and supporting their goals and purpose. And while love can really be a wonderful thing, we've got to understand the importance of individuality and maintaining that individuality and continuously, endlessly pursuing our own goals. Not only does this keep your relationships healthy, but it also is an extremely attractive trait to anyone that's worth having in your life. Anybody who tries to hold you back from your dreams is not meant to be in your life, and keeping this in mind will stave off a lot of heartache and a lot of mass amount of wasted time. It's important to note, too, that time is your most valuable asset. It's quite easy to find ourselves wasting that asset, but it's vital, absolutely vital, that you immediately make whatever changes are necessary to get the most out of your time. One common mistake is falling into the trap of living life in a way that society deems to be normal or stable, but normal and stable do not afford you happiness. Happiness is found in fearlessly pursuing your dreams with the utmost confidence that those dreams will be realized. Now, that fearless type of living doesn't come without effort. Confidence arises in the form of positivity. When you speak positively throughout both good and bad times, no matter how negative the situation can appear, positive things happen. Not only do positive things happen, but your mind is you're happy, more happy in general throughout the process, rather than taking a ride on some extreme emotional roller coaster. Positivity ultimately becomes your constant, your stability in unstable times. Hand in hand with that comes humor. Anytime that you are feeling frustrated or down, humor can be your best outlet. When a series of bad things happen, it's easy to become discouraged, but rather than getting upset, find humor in the situation, put a positive spin on it, or turn it into a joke. Trust me, you'll be way better off. Remember, positivity is productive, but being angry or upset does not propel you forward. Having a good laugh brings you back to center and allows you to refocus on your goals. Sometimes it takes a while to determine what those goals might be. and what we want to do with our lives. It's hard to decide what path to take when we don't know our desired destination. It isn't a reason to be stagnant, though, or become discouraged. It's definitely not a reason to settle for something that someone else tells you is the right thing for your life. The key is exploration, and that's what's going to help you ultimately find what you're destined to do. I really encourage you to explore all facets of art, culture, sports, education, anything that seems even slightly interesting. You should give it a try. You never know what you're good at or what sort of things you'll really enjoy unless you take a whack at them. I moved to New York City recently, actually, to delve into my own period of exploration. While I wish I had done it sooner, I made some of the mistakes that I mentioned earlier, and I spent a lot of time wasted. So even though I turned over a new leaf, and I decided that I wouldn't fear the outcome or the risk of moving to the city, and I realized that those risks were unavoidable and absolutely necessary. I sold my car, I took out a loan, and I'm still working my butt off to afford the cost of living here, but I haven't doubted for a second that my decision was the right one. When I'm not working, I'm discovering my inner calling by taking classes and being exposed to people from all different walks of life. And I really feel that I'm growing as a person, and that's what's most essential in life. We should constantly have a fire burning within ourselves, yearning to learn and to grow and experience the world around us. When we lose that sense of whimsy, we lose our main source of happiness and the potential for happiness. As my father has always said, it's all in your mind. And the thoughts that we allow to marinate are the thoughts that we ultimately cultivate into action. And in the end, it all boils down to the way that we think. If we can learn to control our thought process, we keep ourselves focused on our goals, and we maintain a positive view, then we can conquer our wildest dreams and overcome our fears of failure. So good luck in pursuing those dreams.